Hey YouTube world, it's me Jennifer. So I'm on this, it's like sunset right now. It's pretty dope. I'm gonna go on a hike right now. I'm gonna go walk up this mountain, and I have some thinking to do, you know, just yeah, like yeah. No, the reason I'm making this video right now is partially the same reason I'm going up that mountain. I think that you gotta exercise your demons, like literally exercise them. Like don't give these motherfuckers room to like get ideas in your head. Like nah, like oh I feel like shit. Fuck, let's go fucking walk up a mountain. Let's see how bad I feel afterwards. Like your thoughts don't feel as bad when your body's sore. But no, the reason I wanted to really make this is the alcoholism. So alcohol and cigarettes specifically, I think they're terrible. Now, I'm not gonna say I don't love them. I fucking love nicotine. I love cigarettes, specifically cigarettes. God damn, I love cigarettes. And then I stopped smoking cigarettes one day. I had been on hormones for like a year and a half. It was Halloween 2016, and I was like, man, you know what? I don't need this shit anymore. Like, I really don't. Like, I really didn't. Like, it's bad for I was reading that it inhibits estrogen receptors or some such stuff. Science and medicine, whatever. But that nicotine is bad if you want estrogen in your body, basically. And it made me question how bad did I want this nicotine. When I was 18, I smoked one cigarette. One fucking cigarette. I was like, maybe I'm 18 in like a month, and I was going out of school with my friend at the time, and senior year, we're coming out of like fucking financial math, you know, that special ed mathematics. It's actually, I'm glad they showed me that. It's probably better than like calculus for real life. But yeah, he's like, hey, let's smoke a cigarette. I'm like, bro, you've been 18 for like 2 months. How are you gonna smoke a cigarette? Like, don't you know better than that? And he's like, oh, stop being a pussy. Like, just fucking smoke one, you know? I'm like, you know what? That's a valid point. So I smoked one fucking cigarette, one of them Marlboros, menthols, and I was like, god damn, this is surprisingly really fucking good. So I was like, I'm not gonna smoke anymore, but I was gonna smoke. Every time I would stop, it would just take one cigarette, just one fucking cigarette, and you're like, you know what? I actually do like this. I like this a lot. Like, I'm not gonna stop smoking cigarettes. And then the cycle would continue, and I'd be sitting there chain smoking a pack. Oh, especially if I was drunk, I just fucking smoked cigarettes like nobody's business. And which leads me to the alcohol. No, I feel like I developed a somewhat like mild, I guess, relationship. I mean, it's actually not mild. It was pretty terrible. Like, I have pictures of me after smoking cigarettes like nonstop for a while, and I look like shit. But I did start developing like some physical dependence. Like, I get tons of anxiety, and driving to work, driving from work, breaks, lunches, dedicated cigarettes. A lot of my money was dedicated to cigarettes. I smelled like cigarettes. I love being smoking cigarettes in the rain. Like, you know, like I was that person, I guess. But cigarettes are not good for you. Like, But alcohol is different. That one, I wasn't addicted. I'm not an alcoholic, at least. I'm probably an alcoholic, just not like physically addicted 100% where I can start twitching if I don't have it. It was more like I drank one beer when I was 14. My brother was like, hey, let's go get some beers from my uncle's room. So he snuck into his room, and I was like, hey, this is kind of wrong. Like, we're not supposed to do this. He's like, we're just gonna try it. And I tried that Tecate, and I was like, hey, you know what? This is fucking dang. I'm glad we tried this shit. Like, I like it. And then I started taking some fucking, like, some like bucanas, so like school and shit. Like I was in love. Like I was able to like lower my inhibitions, stop feeling anxious. I was able to like escape this horrible feeling of like I wish I was fucking dead right now. It makes everything better. No, it doesn't actually make anything better, but you feel so much fucking better. And by so much better, I mean you feel a lot less, so you don't feel a lot worse. And yeah, that's my initiation into alcohol. I was like in freshman year, and this is like right at the beginning of freshman year. I'd get like a bottle of Dr. Pepper and just like put some in there. And then people would be like, hey, do you want to go party? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go some party. And people would be like, hey, just take one more shot. And I'm like, you take one more shot. And then we take shots, and I black out, and then I pass out. And then while I was doing that, I was actively trying to repress my feelings deeper. So once I did stop repressing my feelings, it turns out like it's like that Jack in the Box thing where you just keep, it's not Jack in the Box, you just keep cramming things down and it just pops. It just pops. And then I got arrested one day. Like I was in my room watching like Silence of the Lambs, and like I woke up and I was in fucking jail. Like the fuck, like who does this shit? And it was just holding, just for like hey, you're drunk in public. And I was like, drunk in public? Like I was in my fucking room. Turns out I yelled at some people I care about a lot, and like I said some really fucked up mean things because, you know, I wasn't thinking, I was just feeling. And it turns out when I don't think and I just feel, like if I'm just feeling, I don't know, there's a lot of bad shit inside me, like shit I never expressed as a kid. So like even to this day, like I'm happy right now. Like I'm just being me. Like I'm not a public fucking speaker. I don't want to be in front of people and just like have them like take me 100% seriously and shit. Like, like I say so many things that are inappropriate that but the point of this is that I genuinely like don't care for the most part what people think. Like fuck, like, you have opinions. Fuck, you have buttholes. So everybody's got buttholes, you know. It doesn't make any buttholes better than everybody. Oh, some buttholes are pretty nice, I guess. And the modern kids, they really like to eat ass, so like there must be something about buttholes, I guess. But I see, even right now, like I try to go into something that's deep and some to me, like, and then just go and make dumbass jokes. Like, yeah, I'm not the kind of person that shows vulnerability. Like I'm not gonna go on YouTube and fucking cry. Like, no. Even when I feel like crying, I'm just gonna like walk up a fucking mountain instead. That's not what I'm doing right now. Right now I'm just like, it's a different kind of walking up the mountain feeling. But yeah, whenever I feel like crying and I feel like a piece of shit, or like I feel miserable and hopeless and like lost, I go on a hike, or I go and sit by the reservoir, or I go up a mountain over there and just sit on the mountain up there, or I can go and sit by the river and just like watch some ducks and beavers pass by. Fuck, like you don't need to just dwell in the bad. The bad's not gonna go away. What you can do is you can, you know, bring some good into your bad or whatever. And then so I'm not a vulnerable person, I guess. That's my point. I've never been like like I mentioned in the previous video, like I was like 10 and I had this fucking dream. Like, remember the first time the most. That's the one that I really remember the most. I woke up so fucking happy. So fucking happy I was a girl. And then like, yeah, reality kicks in. It's like, oh yeah, you can't tell my mom that, like, especially not my dad. Or anybody for that matter, because like once people know, it's like the mafia, like they kill everybody who knows because like they don't like loose ends, you know. And like, I'm not gonna kill anybody, but also like made me want to talk less. I'm like, fuck, if I can't, like if anybody knows, like I remember one person knew that I searched about trans people when I was in 9th or 10th grade at the beginning of 10th grade. And I'd get so anxious around them. I was like, this guy's gonna like just, like, this is like my deepest, darkest secret, and just bring it out. So alcohol just brought all of that out, all of it. And at times it was great, but for the most part, fuck, it was terrible. And I'm not like upset about it either. I knew I was gonna be an alcoholic since like that first beer. I was like, God damn, I have all the right requirements. I have hopelessness. I have lots of what's that other thing? Despair, and like all kinds of negative things happening inside at the time. I'm a prime candidate. Like, I was a prime candidate for alcoholism. It runs in my family, I think. It's one of those things where you're just like, it's like a kettle in a pot waiting to pop. Which one's gonna pop next? Like, which one's gonna be alcoholic, you know? And where's my exit here? And I knew, and I get drunk, and then I make regrettable decisions. And at one point in 2015, I actually felt like I was dying. Like, I legit felt like I was dying. Like I was so like, I remember, like, I think I got in front of a cop. I think I flipped him off. Man, bless this man's soul, he didn't shoot me or like arrest me or like treat me like shit. He saw some dumb kid going through some shitty times, and like, you know, he was cool. Like, he from what I remember, he just laughed it off. So that's good enough in my book. And then like fucking, I lost my shirt. I don't know. It was terrible. Like, I remember the night before, I was having a great night, and then I was going down the elevator at UC Merced, and then I blacked out. I was like, what the fuck? How the fuck did I wake up in a hospital bed? And then they tried to tell me like all kinds of shit. Like, hey, maybe we should put you in like one of those rooms for like 72 hours. And like, I was like, you know what? Let's not do that. I feel great now. It's the alcohol brings out that shit out of me. So, sorry, I'm ranting. See, this is why I don't make more videos. I fucking rant like shit. So, where's that street? So, my point is that I knew that was gonna be bad. And then that time in 2015, I was already at a point where, like in 2013, I started really hanging out with bad crowds and like doing bad things. When I say bad things, I mean like, what's a good example of something dumb I did? Like, fuck. We go to the movies and like sneak into all of them for sure. That's not terrible. What did we do that was terrible? No, I mean, it wasn't that bad actually. We just did a lot of dumb shit, like go to parties and get drunk and like, oh yeah, they drove drunk. That's one of them for sure. Yeah, I didn't drive drunk. I actually got wasted one time, and we had my car and went to a lake, and I was like, hey guys, I am not gonna get a DUI. Like we're gonna chill here, or one of you guys can kill us. Like, I'm not gonna kill us. Like, fuck that. Like, the last thing I need is fucking prison right now. And I was too drunk to even make arguments. So I was like, you know what, man? If you wanna go home, let's go. Like, here's the keys. Like, I'm not driving. That's the best. That's the most responsible I can be under that influence. And like, fuck, I don't drink and drive, you know. But in 2014, it got better. Like, I was starting to feel happy, but every time I did get drunk, it'd be worse. And then in 2015, that's when it got really bad. I was drinking more often. Like, I remember one time I found some, I found like some guy that didn't offer me 3 free oxys trying to make me a customer. And I was like, sure, I'll take your random pills and take them all at once, whatever. And just drink, you know, you drink some of that with beer, and like, you just become instantly drunk. You're just like, oh fuck, I didn't know I can be this drunk this fast. It required no effort, you know. And then like they would give me Xanax, and I was like, fuck, I can't say no to Xanax, like, you know, whatever. I don't like Xanax, to be honest. I love it, but I don't, because I have anxiety. So I genuinely love not having anxiety for a minute there, but then I'm like, I kind of miss my anxiety. And terribly hungover. And then the 4th and 5th, I was just like, eh. I felt like something poisoned me terribly. And it sucked. It was the worst. Not like the worst, because the one after was bad. But I said to myself, from this day forward, I'm going to be a 1 drink at a party, or 2 drinks. I'm going to be a 2 to 4 drinks. And then, because like, how are you going to like not drink ever again in your life? How am I going to turn fucking, like, what is it? How am I going to turn, like 21? I was already 22. That happened. But how are you going to go to a party being 22 and not drink? How are you going to get married and not drink at your own wedding? How are you going to not celebrate and get drunk with others? How are you going to be the 1 sober person at every party? How are you going to be fun when you can't lower your inhibitions, like, without this thing, you know? Like, you can. I've come to, like, not give a shit a lot, so it's gotten easier. But at the time, like, I felt like this thing was so important, even though it was dangerous. I needed it in my life. I couldn't just stay away from it. And the hardest part about it was the fact that it just requires 1. And if there's people out there who can drink more than 1 beer at a time, just drink 1 beer at a party, congratulations. Honestly, that's amazing. Like, good for you. It maybe sucks in the long run, because like, maybe bad things won't happen, and you'll think that this substance is completely harmless, and then you'll get physically addicted at some point and get that beer gut and have a hard time saying goodbye. Completely within the realm of possibility, 100%. But fuck, beats being one of those fucking drunk alcoholics that like you see him walking down the street. Like, I was me a few times walking down the street, you're just like, what's wrong with this person? Like, I took my dog for a walk after I drank like, I think a 5th of vodka, or that was like $13 at a quick stop for not vodka, that's an Eminem song, Jack Daniels. Shit, that's fucking gross. I had to eat pomegranates to be able to take this. It was disgusting. I don't know how people eat this or drink it or whatever they do with it. It's disgusting. And I had to stop, because I went back to drinking. I was gonna be that person that drinks 2 or 3 at a party, and it turns out that that's not me. By 2016, I was in terrible shape again. Terrible. Like, I mean, like it was great, and then I'd be drunk after work, or like it'll be a Saturday morning and I'm just like fucking wasted in my room. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me, you know? And then what's it called? I stopped cigarettes, but then I was like, oh, I need to get the edge off even more. So I'd party a lot. Fuck, I had a great time. I had an amazing time. I don't even regret it. But by 2017, I was like, hey, I don't want this. This is not good. This is definitely not good. So what I did was, I'm in a neighborhood. What I did was I started like intentionally getting sick. I started getting sick on alcohol. On my purse. I started getting sick. I would what's it called? Not drink any water, eat any food. I'd mix every color of alcohol, vodka, whiskey, fucking, I love mixing my Jaeger with my tequila. Those are my 2 faves. And it was dope. I'd feel so horrible, and then I'd overdo it. And beer too. And then I'd wake up and I have to go to the bathroom and throw up, and I couldn't throw up much because there wasn't really much, and I was dehydrated, and I'd have to fucking drink some fucking tap water from the sink and then throw up immediately, over and over and over, as I almost cried in the fucking bathroom floor. And every time I was like, all right, let's drink next weekend. Oh, but that was the only day I was gonna drink, because I couldn't drink after that. Like, I felt so physically ill. So that's how I started, like, stopping myself from enjoying alcohol without consequences, because alcohol without consequences means I'm gonna keep using it. So I was like, no, it needs to suck. And by 2018, I was starting to get tired of this shit. I remember going to this one bar with my friend. Before we even got to the bar, in the parking lot, I fucking chugged a crap ton of tequila. The time I got out of the car, I was already drunk. And I mean, like, water. And it was sorry, I'm not in shape. So it was fucking painful. At the end of 2018, I got drunk. I drank like some fucking, like, some foreign vodka. I hate vodka. A bunch of different kinds of beers. Some other random shit. I don't know. I woke up and I was like, where the fuck am I? Like, I fell down some stairs. I ran into a bench. I flipped off so many people that day. Oh shit. It was not one of my best moments. But the low was so fucking low. I was physically sick for a week. Especially the first 3 days were terrible. I felt like I still had alcohol in me after days. I felt like I was being poisoned. And everything that happened was so fucking embarrassing. Like, it's not really that embarrassing because I don't remember any of it. That's the thing about this. I'll get drunk and I'm there. I'm having a great time. And then I black out and I'm not there anymore. And then dumb shit happens. So I decided to stop. And yeah, alcohol fucking sucks. I am so fucking happy to not even want it anymore. It made me feel so shitty that I don't want it. Now, this isn't advice, because this is terrible advice. I'm just saying, alcohol and cigarettes, man, they're so hard to get rid of. They're so socially acceptable. They're so easy to get. They're so goddamn good. And it's encouraged. It's glamorized. It's in many cases romanticized. It's glorified. You can keep using every goddamn synonym for that, and it pretty much fits. Alcohol and cigarettes fucking suck. And now I don't touch them anymore. And the reason I made this is because I had to go through all of that myself to come out on this side. I've read people's fucking shit about how they quit, how they did it. And how do I read that shit and still make the mistakes? It's a tough world. I'm just throwing more info out there because when I was a kid, when I was like 15, I'd go on YouTube and I watched people, mostly trans people, just fucking talk about their lives and their problems and their shit. And I was like, God damn, look at that, some real ass people. Like, I didn't feel alone. And I don't think there's that many videos that address being trans and dealing with these substances. I hope there's more awareness, because like, we put more emphasis on everything else. But like, it's okay to get drunk. Like, anywhere you go, there's alcohol. And when you're trans and your family doesn't really like want you around, or worse, let's say they fucking forcibly like removed you from their lives, like just excommunicated you from their family, it's hard. It's fucking hard. It's hard. It's hard to not fucking drink. It's absolutely fucking difficult when you feel like shit in your own body, that you're willing to go through some shit that is kind of fucked up, to be honest. Like, the process of transitioning itself doesn't sound very fun. It's actually not. It's just, you do what you gotta do to be happy. But imagine being that unhappy, not being liked or welcomed or accepted or supported. And then you got your peers fucking looking at you like you're something else. And you're this 1% of the population where most people don't feel how you feel. To them, being a man or a woman, that's just normal. They don't think about this shit every day. They don't wonder, why fucking me? Why do I have to feel like this? You know? That's not something that everybody does. And, you know, when you hang out in the party life, in like the LGBT community, there's bars, clubs, there's alcohol everywhere. And you don't even know if you're gonna get respectable jobs. Why the fuck would you care about living straight edge, you know? Like, it's hard. It's fucking hard. The transition part is definitely hard. But not drinking through your sorrows when you're going through this shit, I think that's the hardest part of all. I think that's the part that I want to put emphasis on right now, where this whole fucking process sucks. We just drink ourselves into not feeling how bad it sucks. It's terrible. Like, I'm not saying it's just trans people. Everybody from any walk of life is susceptible to this disease of addiction that comes from ethanol. That means alcohol. I think it's probably a fancy, longer word added. But I feel much happier now that I don't drink. I go to parties. I go to bars. People say, hey, you wanna go to a bar? I'm like, sure, let's go to a bar. And then I just sit there and drink water. I fucking love H2O. And this is my new what do you call it? My new vice is this shit. Look at this amazing view. Look at this fucking beautiful city. And I'm walking up this hill, and I feel so fucking happy. Like I felt kind of fat earlier today, and I was feeling kind of fucking ugly too. And you know what? I'm a bit stressed. I have tons of shit. Like, I have to do, like, I just got out of work, and I was gonna do my other job, delivering food, but I was like, nah, let's go on this hike. Like, I do need that money, but how about instead I work on my mind? Because when I go on these hikes and I test my muscles. I run now. I run downhill mostly. When I walk up, I do squats. Not squats, lunges, I think. Just putting one foot in front of the other. Just like everything else in life. Walking up a mountain is just like that. It's gonna get harder. The momentum is not in your side. And the more you go, the more tired you'll be. And at some point, you'll feel like giving up. But all you need is the next foot in front of the other. Just one foot. Just one foot. Once you have the next foot, the only thing that matters is the one after. The goal is just your compass. That's where you're headed. That's your North Star, you know, that's how you see your path. And getting tired out of this is your reward. Exhaustion is your friend. At least I think it is. Oh man, I touched the camera. But yeah, it's getting kind of dark. I'm gonna finish this hike without this camera. It's gonna suck putting a 30-minute video on YouTube. Like, I wouldn't watch 30 fucking minutes. Especially if some random nobody ranting for the 30 minutes. I wouldn't say ranting, rambling. I can rant too, but this is a ramble. Look at this shit. I actually do this all the time. I walked up here 27 days in a row once at the beginning of 2020. Like I said, let's meet this new decade on a good foot. Right as winter was about to start in like the end of 2019, I walked up here. And then I did it 27 days in a row. Christmas, New Year's, snow, rain. Sometimes it was kind of nice. But that's, where am I going? Oh, it's that cross right there. Right there. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just doing this often. Like I've done this so many times now. Like I've come here multiple times a day. I've actually done this multiple times back to back. Walking up mountains is my new alcohol. I fucking like it. And instead of feeling like shit, I feel like I did something productive. And then I feel happier. And I feel exhausted and tired. And that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I took on something. Like right now that I'm just walking uphill. Like I have no idea how I do it, to be honest. What I actually do is just willpower. My body's not really equipped for this shit. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Fucking drugs fucking suck. Well, not all of them, but you know, penicillin's pretty dope. Caffeine's pretty sick. I can keep going, but yeah, alcohol, no bueno. Cigarettes, no bueno. Garbage. I mean, you can still do them though. Like, whoever's watching, enjoy your poison, but like, be careful. That shit's hard. It's like being stabbed. It's easier to go in than go out, isn't it? No, I don't think so. Well, it sucks. It fucking sucks. No, actually, scratch that. It's more like putting down like Gorilla Glue. It's not gonna come off. You're bound. You're physically bonded to this substance. It's not good. Yeah, look at this shit, guys. Alright, so to anybody who made it this far, congratulations. Props to you. And I hope you actually enjoy this. I was gonna make more videos, but I'm not a very structured speaker. I kind of just say whatever I'm thinking most of the time. Alright, well, have a good one, YouTube people. Bye.